Welcome.
To Sort of the Story. That's our song.
I like that song.
And we do every time.
Yeah, I like that song. We do it every time. Guys, sing it with us.
Sort of the story.
Did you do it with us? Okay, do it one more time. I'm kidding. Welcome. This is the podcast where we tell each other stories like fairy tales, folk tales, and mythology. And I'm Janey.
And I'm Max.
Yeah.
And also, you are here.
And you're here. Wow, we did that great. That's how it
Perfect.
usually is. Is this your first episode? That's how it normally is. So, professionals who don't need no notes.
To be real, there is no normal way that it is because every single time we fuck it up somehow.
No, we've gotten really good. I think we've had like a good 100 episodes where we've done it perfectly. No notes.
Yeah, but we always do something weird.
Just so you guys have it there. If it's on your Sort of the Story bingo cards.
Yeah.
What's up, Max?
You know, I just ate a big sandwich.
Max just had a big Scooby-Doo style sandwich.
It was great.
We went to our favorite used art store, saw our friend who had a bearded dragon on her
Yeah.
at the art store.
At the art store.
Guys, if you've ever been to Savannah, you should go to Starlandia because it's very fun. It's a used art store. Everything there is just very cool and eclectic and discounted. I got a bunch of googly eyes for my kids.
Used art supplies.
Yes. Used art store. Isn't that what else would it be?
A store where you buy art.
Yeah, like used art.
Yeah.
All used up art.
Antiques, I guess.
I guess. Yeah, you're right. I went to a gallery and I bought a bunch of googly eyes, I guess is what. But the last time I went there to drop off a bunch of art supplies because I'm clearing out all of my stuff, there was a baby chicken that I got to hold. And this time I walked in and there was just a bearded dragon. Like, just,
yeah.
What a weird place.
Yeah.
Can't really get a read on it.
They've got a lot of fish.
What kind of fish?
Little neon tetras.
Actual real fish.
Yeah.
I ignore them. Fucking little bitch fish. By the way, this is not for children. And I don't think that any fish is a little bitch fish.
Well, some fish are little bitches.
Name one.
Nemo.
I knew you were going to say Nemo. Wow. And like
what a little bitch.
God, like 100 people just unsubscribed from our podcast. Big Nemo heads.
We've got Nemo
here.
beef.
Max, I love your earrings.
Thank you.
What? They're so cute. Oh,
Thank
Max,
you.
I wanted to show you something on the podcast.
Okay.
I have to go get it. Talk to them while I go get it.
Okay. Hi, guys. So the sandwich that I had, I had a ciabatta loaf, which I get in my...
Okay, I'm back.
Okay.
Hope you enjoyed that sandwich. So one of our wonderful listeners, Tori B.
Aw.
Yeah. Tori, our favorite Canadian friend. Actually, that's not true.
We have so many
other Canadian
friends.
friends, we love you too. There's no favorite. But I do love Tori, and your earrings reminded me of Tori B because you have little, like, they look like the paper stars.
Mm-hmm.
So Tori does a million things because she's brilliant. She's an engineer. Tori has an Etsy store called Mouse Manor Makes, and she has been felting a lot, and she's been making little keychains, as well as like amazing hanging ornaments and stuff like that. They're so cute. They're so adorable. Sure adorable.
So
I bought two so that each of us could have one.
Yeah.
So pick one of these, whichever one you pick. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Let's open. It's a little cat. Oh, yes.
Aw. Aw, they're so cute. I got a little mushroom.
Oh my God, the cutest little mushroom with the little hanging beads. And I got a little 4-leaf clover.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, absolutely beautiful. Anyway, these are little bag charms. So we can put them in our little bags.
Tori, these are amazing.
Tori, these are the cutest things. These were my favorite ones that she had on her store. She also makes little mice that are the cute little felted
they're
mice.
Adorable.
She shares them
so
on the Discord.
good.
Yeah, I'm obsessed. I do want to get a bunch more stuff from Tori, but I thought that these would be a cute little Tori starter kit. Little bag
They're
charms.
so cute. Thank you.
Guys, I'm going to post pictures of these, but just so you know, go to Mouse Manor Makes, Manor Manor. They're adorable. Okay, well, with that, Max, we talked a lot about the Discord and her sharing her artwork, which is amazing. We have so many good artists, but how can they hang out with us on the Discord if they wanted to?
Well, if you wanted to.
If you wanted to.
No pressure.
Yeah, like,
but if you wanted to.
We want to see your art.
Yeah.
And talk to you about your life. Oh my God, congratulations, Hannah! Speaking of the Discord!
Hannah and Pedro just got engaged. It just happened last night when we're recording this. And I'm so excited for them. I literally went and tracked down a message from their second date where Hannah was like, I went on this incredible second date. And this guy like took me to a bookstore and we picked out books for each other. And I was like, ugh. So we've been there the whole relationship. And they're so cute. They're so sweet.
They also came to visit us in Savannah, which, guys, is an option. Come to Savannah. We want to see you.
Yeah. Yeah. Congratulations to Hannah and Pedro.
Guys, we love the Discord. If you want to come hang out, please do. It's a feel-good place.
Yes.
How can they do it?
Give us $3 on our Patreon.
Yeah.
For $3 a month, you get access to the Patreon, which means you get access to the Discord.
Yeah, and you get to hang out and share stuff and be part of an amazing community.
Yeah, that's my favorite place on the internet.
Yeah.
Or for $7 a month, you get access to the Discord, and you also get access to a full-length bonus episode every single month. So if you're looking for a little bit more than what we're giving away for free, you can give us $7, get a little extra.
I'm trying to think of the April bonus episode. You did a story. Oh my God. So guys, look forward to that. What'd you do? Do you remember what you did for the bonus episode?
Was it the aliens?
That's it.
I did a story about aliens.
She did an American tale about aliens. Fucking cool.
It was very fun.
Just a little preview. At some point, she says he gunked in his sock.
Yeah, he gunked it.
Yeah, and it's not what you think.
It's not what you think.
No, it's not what you think, and thank God for that.
It depends on what you think.
Yeah. So $3 a month Discord, $7 a month Discord, and
bonus episode.
Boners. And $4 a month.
Girlfriends.
You could be our girlfriend, and we could be your girlfriend.
Yeah.
Just a couple of girlfriends.
It's just the $3 tier, but also you get to say that we're your girlfriends.
And as much as that sounds like, wait, who would do that? We do have some girlfriends out there. Shout out Emma and our other girlfriends who I can't remember your names right now.
We have so many girlfriends. It just gets hard to remember.
If you're part of the $7 a month, you get the option if you would like to be our girlfriend or not.
Yeah, but if you pay us $4, you have to be our girlfriend.
Yeah, no, you're signing up for the girlfriend tier, okay? You get the girlfriend privileges. Cool. So come hang out with us.
Yeah.
Guys, if you're on our Discord, we love you so much. We sat on the couch screaming and crying about Hannah and Pedro.
Yeah, we were like getting live updates because Hannah was like, I think Pedro's going to propose this weekend. We were getting live updates and he did a whole scavenger hunt.
Oh my God.
And it was so cute.
Perfect. No one's ever looked at anyone with as much love and just like awe as Pedro looks at Hannah. Just
yeah. It's so perfect. They're so perfect together. I love them so much.
Okay, so shout out them. Shout out everybody. We love you. Tori, these are amazing little charms. What a feel-good episode. Well, with that, since we feel so good right now.
Yeah.
It's episode 178 and you're going first.
I'm going first.
You want to tell me a little tale?
I would love to tell you a little tale.
Okay. Then we're going to take a teeny tiny break, but we will come back. We would never leave you. I mean, we would sometimes, but we'll come back.
We always come back.
Mommy always comes back. She always comes back.
Harrowing.
I know. She always comes back to get me. Okay, we'll be back. Bye.
Okay, Janey.
Okay, Max.
I have for you a cryptid story.
Okay, excited.
Get hyped.
I am.
This is from Monsters of the South by Jessica Freeberg and Natalie Fowler. Stories of swamp creatures, aliens, and other legendary beasts.
Love it.
Yes.
If I were them and I wanted a couple's name, I would say Free Fowlin if they got married.
Yeah, Free Fowler.
And that would be their wedding song. And I'm free
Free
Fowlin. Yeah.
I looked up information about Jessica Freeberg and Natalie Fowler online, and I couldn't find too terribly much except the fact that they wrote this book and a couple of other books from like regional US cryptids and local stories and everything. But their autobiography in the back of the book says that they are paranormal investigators. And yeah.
If either of them or both of them would like to come on this podcast and tell us a fun story about a little creature,
yeah,
open invitation.
Jessica Freeberg and Natalie Fowler, come hang out with us.
Yeah.
But the story that I have for you today comes from Alabama.
Okay.
So this story is from Hurricane Mountain, Alabama. And a lot of these are, we don't tell a lot of cryptid stories on the podcast. And it's because there isn't a whole lot of story structure to cryptid stories usually. It's just someone is hanging out and then they see something and it's crazy, the end.
Yeah. Or like if you find like cryptid books, it's the same thing of like fairy books, whatever, you get them and then they're not full of folk tales. They're full of like descriptions of those things.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is cool, but not really relevant for our podcast.
Yeah, because we're telling stories.
Yeah.
So Jessica Freeberg and Natalie Fowler have gone through and written sort of little brief fictional stories for each of these cryptids of like what an experience seeing one of them might have been like.
Okay.
So these are like fictional encounters with, quote, real cryptids.
Okay. Are they sexy?
They could be sexy. Depends on what you're into.
All right.
So this little story comes from the early 1930s, and it's wintertime.
Got it.
There's a man named James, and he lives across the mountains, but he always comes into town to sell firewood, especially in the wintertime.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the 30s, so like things are starting to change in the world. The roads have cars on them for the first time, but he's still driving a horse and buggy.
Mm-hmm.
So he gets on his horse and buggy and he brings firewood across the mountains to the nearby town, and he sells firewood there, and then he drives back home.
Mm-hmm.
He's very accustomed to this. Like the route hasn't changed in many years. The only thing that has changed is like that there are more cars. So sometimes he takes the mountain road that's a little bit less used in order to stay away from the cars that are on the road, because sometimes they like spook the horses, or, you know,
Yeah.
it's weird to have a horse and buggy in the same place as a car.
Tell that to the carriage rides in downtown Savannah.
God damn it. If you ever come to Savannah, it's the most if there are no horse and buggy haters in Savannah, it's because I'm dead. They are so entitled.
I like that most of the people that are like, who are upset about the horse and buggies, they're like, it's animal abuse. And Max is like, there's a car here, okay? Move over! Why are you in the middle of the road?
I don't know how they treat the horses. I'm sure the horses are treated moderately well, but
Just so you guys, I think I've said this before, but I talked to a girl who moved to Savannah and specifically got a job with them because she was like a huge animal rights activist and like loved horses, and she wanted to like check up on them, basically, like kind of like
espionage,
kind of uncover animal abuse, but like really just like make sure. And she came out and being like, actually, it's a fun place to work and the horses are treated well. So
good.
Yeah, I don't know how accurate that is, but
yeah.
They're treated like garbage in New York, apparently. But in Savannah, apparently they're treated pretty well.
Yeah, they drive around on the road where cars go.
Yeah, so if you're late to something and you get stuck behind one of them and the hearse tours and the trolley cars or whatever, yeah, it's really infuriating.
Yeah, it's worse than being stuck behind the mailman.
Yeah, because you could pass the mailman.
Yeah.
And you're afraid to pass a horse.
Yeah, because what if they get scared and they kick you in the head?
You're in a car, Max.
What if they kick you in the head?
Really, really strong horse. Very long legs.
Yeah, horse. So James makes his trek across to the town, and he spends the whole day. He gets there early in the morning, and he ends up being able to sell all of his firewood by the end of the day. And as it's getting dark, he starts his trek back home through the mountains. And he's taking the sort of mountain pass that isn't usually frequented by cars, just because he doesn't want like to deal with a car in the night on his horse and buggy, which he's one of those, like, there is like a driver's seat and then there is a back cargo area, so it's kind of like the pickup truck of a horse and buggy equivalent, and then there are two horses that are driving the horse and buggy.
Sure.
Yeah. So he's taking this mountain pass and it's starting to get dark, and as he's riding along he can hear the sound of like the horse's hooves clopping and small rocks being crushed underneath the wheels of the carriage and everything like that. And then suddenly he hears a different sound. And it's a sound like footsteps in the forest, like something crunching on small leaves and twigs. And he pulls on the reins and stops the horses. And as he does so, the footsteps stop in the forest. And he's like, maybe I was imagining it. And then he keeps going.
Okay.
And the footsteps resume. He speeds up a little bit, trying to get away from, he's like, maybe it's a deer or something like that, or it could be like a wolf that's going to come and attack the horses. So he speeds up a little bit.
I feel like wolves and deer don't usually make noises.
Yeah. But I don't know.
Maybe it's one of the wolves wearing those high heels.
Yeah, a wolf in clogs.
A she-wolf. It's Shakira.
Oh, woo. So he speeds up the horses a little bit and he sort of clatters down the road, and the footsteps speed up alongside him. And he speeds up again, and the footsteps speed up again.
Yeah.
and he fully like whips the horses into a full gallop, and the carriage is bumping along behind them, and the footsteps are still keeping up with them in the forest. And just as he's about to like try and like whip them to go even faster, something bursts out from the tree line. And I'm going to describe this thing to you.
She's got hips that don't lie. Oh, God.
Her breasts are small and mighty.
Lest you confuse them for mountains.
No, it's this creature that is sort of humanoid, but it's covered in this long white fur that is like sort of like shaggy fur all over its body. It has glowing red eyes, and the moment that it appears, there is this stench of like rotting fish.
Oh, so some sort of lake yeti?
Some sort of, yeah, something.
Okay. Like Lake Sasquatch.
Yeah.
Got it.
And James, the driver, realizes that he's encountered the Alabama white thing.
The Alabama white thing?
No. Thang.
It's specifically Thang?
It's specifically Thang.
Oh my God, the Alabama white thing.
Alabama white thing.
Hey.
So true.
Hey, shake that Alabama white thing. Fantastic.
Yeah. And he's heard stories about the Alabama white thing before.
The Alabama white thing. Phenomenal.
It's this creature that lives in the mountains, and it has this horrible screech that's somewhere between like a woman screaming and like a bird calling and like a fox sound.
They're horrible.
And it lives in the forest, and it is known for having this stench around it, and it has glowing red eyes and long white fur. And it's described as humanoid, although sometimes it's also described as being bear or cat or wolf-like.
Okay.
So it could look like basically anything, but it is white.
Okay.
Unless it isn't.
What? No.
But it does usually have glowing red eyes, and that's the Alabama white thing.
The Alabama white thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
This creature comes barreling out of the forest and leaps and lands in the driver's seat.
In the driver's seat?
Yes.
On him?
Next to him.
So the passenger seat.
Well, it's all one bench, so it's all the driver's seat.
Well, that's just confusing.
James screams and throws himself backwards into the cargo of the horse and carriage.
Yeah, okay.
To get away from this monster. And immediately, this massive thing takes up the reins and whips the horses back into moving.
Okay.
And they just keep clattering along down the road. James is too terrified to move, to do anything. He is just sitting in the back cargo waiting for this creature to do something horrible.
Yeah.
But the white thing...
The white thing.
The white thing just drives the horse and carriage further down the road until they come to a crossroads. And as they reach the place where the road splits, it jumps out of the carriage and runs into the forest and disappears.
Just helped him drive for a little bit.
Yeah.
White thing, take the wheel.
And that's the story.
No, that's not the whole story that they wrote. It's just that some white thing. Sorry, some white thing.
What?
Drove a little bit.
Now, here's the crazy thing.
Okay.
I did some research on the Alabama white thing.
Sure.
And again, it's generally just described as humanoid. A lot of people call it like Alabama's Bigfoot or Alabama's Yeti or something like that.
Yeah, Lake Sasquatch.
Yeah, Alabama Sasquatch.
Yeah.
Because it's described as humanoid and very furry. But it's also sometimes described as being cat or bear or dog-like.
Sure. These feel like different cryptids.
Agreed.
Yeah.
And there don't really seem to be any descriptions of what the white thing does. Sorry, white thing?
Drives cars.
No. There's no indication that I could find anywhere.
Your Uber is here.
There's no indication that the white thing has ever hijacked a car.
What's up, girls?
So What was that story?
desperately need them to come on the podcast and
Explain!
tell us why they did that. Actually, what are their names? We're going to reach out. I'm making a note. We're reaching out to them.
Jessica Freeberg and Natalie Fowler.
Yeah, we're going to reach out to them and see. Guys, if you find them online, please tag them and say, you should go on sort of the story. We need some explanations. Hilarious.
And I know that's a teeny tiny little micro story.
I kind of love that. New cryptid just dropped.
Why did he hijack that car? For what? Like, there's no accounts of, a lot of times with cryptids, there are stories of like cattle mutilations or like, you know, they like eat babies or something like it's usually something horrifying.
Something.
Or at least they like appear in a weird place and do something weird.
Or they help you. I'm thinking of Talipo, which, by the way, is our most popular video on YouTube right now. We're on YouTube now. Our most popular YouTube episode is the Talipo episode. People love Talipo. I think it's because they grew up with it, and it's like, oh, that's interesting. Nothing else we do is interesting. They're like, sweaty butts in a meat forest. Not for me. An American Talipo.
Hey,
that's for me. But that's what it's making me think of, you know, like where Talipo had like a revenge story. Talipo had like a John Wickian level.
Wickian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this thing just wanted to drive. It's like just a 16-year-old.
It was just tired of walking and just...
It was going to that.
It was like, we're going in the same place. Let's just...
It's like, I've been trying to hitchhike and no one will pick me up. So
For some reason. Maybe because I reek of rotten fish.
That's so weird.
Is it because I'm white?
Is it because I'm white? I'm sorry. White? What, you don't like this white thing?
What? You need me to come over there and shake this white thing? I love... It's the most Alabama thing in the entire world that I can imagine, to have a creature just called the White Thang.
The White Thang. Guys, if you're from Alabama, have you ever heard of the White Thang? No, don't answer that like you want to. Specifically this cryptid.
Yeah, I also looked up Alabama White Thing.
Yeah.
No results.
No, it's the White Thang.
It's the White Thang.
It's hilarious.
Yes.
Okay, how far back does White Thang go?
At least the 1930s, supposedly.
That's incredible.
I know.
Weird.
I know that that's a very short little story that we're doing for today, but I'm just going to think for the rest of my life about the Alabama White Thang.
Yeah, I'm a big fan. Yeah, I would like them to come on the podcast and explain themselves.
Yes. Why did he steal that car?
Tell us more about that. James, what's your life like now? Because also sometimes I'm like, those cryptid stories, like, of they came in, they did this. A lot of times they do explain stuff, right? Where it's like, this guy didn't want to explain that he just got really drunk and, like, passed out in a place he wasn't supposed to. So, no, like, a puka came and, like, carried me off, and that's why I ended up here. Like, that sort of thing. And I just love that this one is just, you know, you just went slightly further down the road that you were already going on.
You just briefly had a companion.
And it's not even like, don't go in that forest or the White Thing will drive your car
for you
a little, and then get out and nothing will happen to you. The horses weren't even scared of it.
No, though, it specifically in the story is like the horses were not scared.
Yeah, the horses are like, why are we running? Stop, they want to get in.
I want to get an eyeful of this White Thing.
I want to... It smells like fish. Okay.
The horses like fish?
Sorry. I think I'm actually inviting the wrong thing onto the podcast. If you're the White Thing...
Hey, if you're the Alabama White Thing...
Reach out. DM us. Give us your side of the story.
Tell us, hey, why did you hijack that car? Did you hijack that car?
Two transportation-based cryptids, White Thing and Grunge.
That's true.
I really feel like they would hate each other.
Yeah, they would be enemies.
Grunge feels like it would not appreciate White Thing.
No.
Yeah.
Grunge is White Thang's Wario.
That's true. Guys, if you don't remember the Grunge episode, please go to our Sleepy Hollow episode. I forget what number it is.
Yeah, it's like 170 something, I think.
Who knows? But yeah, go to that episode. It's like Ichabod Crane. Maybe?
Ichabod Crane is a snack guy.
Yeah, Ichabod Crane is a snack guy. That's our Grunge episode. It's about a nasty little guy that throws rocks at cars. All right. Well, Max, good job.
Thanks.
That might have been your most baffling one.
It's up there.
Yeah.
It also kind of reminds me of It Chapter Goo.
God, nothing can ever top It Chapter Goo. About
Scottish Uncle Tony.
Yeah, old Scottish Uncle Tony who slaps its fat little belly on the window and like shakes it for a family on Christmas Eve every year.
And that's all it does.
God, so good.
Like, why?
Somebody just reached out and asked me, quick, what episode is it with Scottish Uncle Tony? I feel like I made it up and my family doesn't believe me. And I'm like, well, that's actually kind of Scottish Uncle Tony's whole thing.
Yeah, it really is. That's his whole deal.
God, so weird.
Yeah, it's so funny because this collection also had a bunch of cryptids that I already knew about. Like, I'll go through the table of contents really quickly and point out a couple of classics that we know of. Little Gray Men, the Snallygaster, Mothman.
I don't know the Snallygaster.
You don't know the Snallygaster?
Mm-mm.
I'll tell that one at some point.
Okay.
The Skunk Ape. My personal favorite, the Bunny Man, which I might do at some point.
Every single county had a Bunny Man bridge. We had a Bunny Man bridge.
I actually found out it's local to Virginia, Northern Virginia.
Now I'm trying to think. But I'm pretty sure we had Bunny Man Bridge in Missouri. We had Crybaby Hollow, and it was the same place as Bunny Man Bridge.
Ooh.
And those were both in Missouri.
Well, the Bunny Man Bridge is supposedly a specific place in, I think, Sterling, Virginia. So it might just be that the story migrated, but that's...
I have a feeling it did. And also, you have to imagine, I grew up in a military community, and a lot of military kids came from Northern Virginia. So that makes sense. Bunny Man Bridge and Crybaby Hollow, I'm pretty sure were the same places. Yeah. Crybaby Hollow, way scarier than Bunny Man Bridge.
Yeah. If you didn't grow up in Virginia or if you, I don't know, I guess if you didn't grow up in Virginia, have you heard of Bunny Man Bridge? And what do you know about it?
Do you have your own bridge with some sort of horror story attached to it?
Specifically a bunny-related horror story?
Yeah. Or Crybaby Hollow.
I don't know anything about Crybaby. We might have to do, maybe that's the episode that we do tomorrow is Crybaby Hollow and
there's
Bunny
not a
Man
story
Bridge.
attached to it. It's just you go up across it and little kids end up in the backseat of your car crying. Or like you hear a baby crying on a bridge and it's like attached to like a woman killed her babies and threw them off the bridge. Oh. And like sometimes if you look in your backseat, you'll see little kids like crying in your backseat.
That's pretty scary.
It's pretty spooky.
Do they do anything?
In some stories, they kill you, but like, no.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Yeah. Tell us your bridge horror stories.
Yeah. Give us some local legends.
Give us some local legends, please. Write them in. We'll read them.
Yeah.
All right. Let's take a little break.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. And I'll come back with a story of my own.
That's how we do the podcast.
Like one time I was driving and then suddenly somebody was in my car driving for me and then they got out.
And they were so stinky.
They smelled bad. Just the story of a Lyft driver.
Yeah. I should also note, I did do like research and Googling about this, and I was looking for any stories about the Alabama white thang.
White thang.
And most of the conversation online about the white thang is people being like, the white thang is not a Bigfoot. Stop saying the white thing is a Bigfoot.
Yeah, it's a lake Sasquatch.
But I also couldn't find anyone saying that the white thing is a Bigfoot. It was just people being like, stop calling him a Bigfoot.
Just so you guys know, it's spelled white.
White.
That's it. In case you're wondering, that's Max doing a bit.
White.
But it is spelled thang.
Yes.
That's important.
WHITE space THANG.
White thang. You make my heart sing. You mean everything. White thang. Okay, let's take a break.
You mean everything?
You mean everything, yeah.
I think it's you make everything groovy.
You make everything white thing. Mine was more romantic.
Have you seen all of the memes where it's like, I had too much white monster and I let it make another one? There's a Monster Energy. There's a white Monster Energy.
Yeah.
That is very popular among men.
Yeah.
And so they were like, because it's like, because if you're white, it turns you into a white monster.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
And it's like I had too much white monster and I let it make another one is like specifically like some sort of like erotic AO3. It's like some breeder kink AO3.
Yeah. Yeah.
That sounds like alpha omega shit.
It really
Anyway,
does.
guys, if you want to use that for your AO3 story, I had too much white monster and it made another one. You can use that. Just don't tag me in it.
No, we don't want to see it.
No.
But
no.
live your truth.
Yeah. We love you and we support you. You fucking freaks. No, I'm kidding. Okay, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, Max.
Okay, Janey.
Max, okay. So I have a story today that I'm fairly certain we've told before.
Oh.
So,
Okay.
anyway, didn't realize that until more than halfway through writing my notes, and then I thought, yeah, fuck it.
Fuck it.
This story is from Fairy Tales of Eastern Europe, collected by Neil Phillip. We've seen this
Neil Phillip.
book before.
I've had a lot of Neil Phillip recently.
Neil Phillip's been like on our minds, apparently.
Yeah.
Don't know a lot about him. Should probably research that. The story is from Hungary. It's called The Useless Wagoner.
That sounds really familiar.
Wagon. I don't think it was called that, but this is a story that we have seen before. I'm pretty sure we told a different culture's version of this story. It's gonna happen eventually. All right. The first line is, there was once in the world a king, and he had a useless wagoner who never and never did anything but frolic in the tavern.
Hell yeah.
He wasn't good at his job. What would you do if somebody wasn't good at their job?
Fire them.
Okay. Wow, bitch. No matter what was going on, this guy was only ever drinking and dancing and having fun.
He knows how to do two things. Drink and drive.
He probably needs some sort of DD. Maybe like his best white thing. So one day, the king called him in and scolded him. He said, hey, you need to start actually doing your job.
Sure.
Yeah. Quote, but it is vain to seat a dog at table, and when the devil gets into a man, he stays there. Great line.
Sure.
So the wagoner kept fucking around. So the king decided it just wasn't worth it. He told HR, we gotta let him go. And they brought him in for a meeting, and they were like, listen, you're gonna be getting 2 weeks severance. And he's like, all right, well, thank you for this like debrief. And then he signed a bunch of papers and they let him go. I'm just kidding. The king decided to fucking kill him.
Oh.
He brought the wagoner in and he said, quote, you hopeless son of a no good mother. He had 24 hours exactly to make a 300-gallon cask without one joint or seam. And if he couldn't do it, the king said he would impale him on a spike. So what I like about this is it kind of implies that the king doesn't have the power to just kill you. You have to have a reason. Like you can't do a task.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to say it's really funny that it's like do this impossible task or you're fired, and if you get fired, you die.
Yeah.
But then I realized that is just how jobs are. It's like do this thing that you cannot possibly do, or you'll get fired, and if you get fired, you'll die because you won't be making enough money for food and healthcare.
I mean, it's usually not this.
Usually there's like an extra step.
Yeah. Usually these stakes usually aren't as high. Yeah. No, rarely are you going to die from being impaled on a stake.
Well, yeah. It'll be much slower and more painful.
Yeah. So the useless wagoner didn't say anything, but he immediately put a hamper on his back, he grabbed his axe, and he strolled off into the forest to find a tree big enough to make a 300-gallon cask. So I'm assuming that you would just find one, chop it up, and then like hollow at the middle.
Yeah.
Right? No
Make
joint,
like
no seam.
Like a canoe.
Yeah. Can't do that in 24 hours.
Maybe you can't.
I can't. I would die. About to be impaled. He got to the forest okay, but the walk there, which I assume this forest is in his backyard, so he walks to the forest. Anyway, it was long and it was hot outside, so he decided to sit under a large shady tree, and he opened his hamper, and that just had his lunch in it. So he brought out big sandwich. And as he's eating, a little fox came up to him and started to beg for a treat.
Oh,
I imagine it did that thing that some dogs do where they get on their hind legs and put their little front paws together and start like doing a little
shaking them.
prayer thing. Yeah. The useless wagoner said, oh, of course I'll give you something. The food came here. It will stay here. And then he threw a piece of bread and a little bit of sausage to the little fox.
Oh.
I love the notion of the food came here, so it will stay here. Like, That's just a good mentality to have about anything. Like, we're not going to bring this, like, it's kind of like a you can't take it with you mentality, but like in the immediacy of like right now, I brought this food here. I'm not going to bring any back with me. So yeah, you can have some, little fox. So she ate her little snack and then she looked up and she said, "As you have taken pity on me, I will take pity on you. One good turn deserves another." This is what should have happened when we threw all those cheese puffs at that raccoon.
That's true.
But we didn't get anything.
We went to a beach house for a bachelorette party a couple of years ago for our very dear friend Lauren, and we got really drunk and stood on the porch and threw cheese puffs at a raccoon for like 2 hours.
And it really did fill 2 hours. We had one of those big cheese puff.
Like the big drum of cheese puffs.
300-gallon cask of cheese puffs. No joint, no seam. That raccoon was loving us.
That raccoon was loving us, and it was so good because we could almost, like, if you listened very carefully and if you were very quiet, you could hear it crunching on the little cheese puffs.
Yeah, we were very drunk.
I fell into a swamp.
Yeah. The next day, I got a number. I was so hungover. Good bachelorette party. So little fox told him that she knew the king wanted him dead, and she would help him out. She's like, "Listen, you can't make a 300-gallon cask in 24 hours, but I can." She says, "I'll do it." Quote, "And even though one seam or joint is not too much, even that will not be in it. Now lie down and rest." He's literally resting right now, but fine.
So far, he's done nothing but rest.
He just walked to his backyard.
We assume.
We assume. The useless wagoner didn't need to be told twice. He laid down and took a little nap. And when he woke up, the little fox had made his 300-pound cask for him, without one joint or seam, and all he had to do was take it home and give it to the king. How did he do that? But okay, whatever.
300 gallon?
300 gallon. That's more than 300 pounds. Anyway, the king was pretty pissed that the wagoner had somehow managed to complete this task, but he didn't say anything. A couple days later, though, he summoned the useless wagoner again, and he told him that he had 24 hours to make a chariot which could go by itself, without horses, and if he failed, he would break him on a wheel. So the useless wagoner set off to the forest again, with his hamper on his back and his axe in his hand, to invent the automobile. This was the story of Henry Ford. But the walk to the forest was literally the most exercise he ever got, and it was hot, so he stopped, and he took out his lunch, and he started to eat. And soon enough, the little fox appeared again and begged him for a little treat. And he said, "Of course, my dear little fox, I'll give you something. It came here, it'll stay here." He tossed her a piece of bread and a slice of ham, and she ate her little snack happily. And when she was done, she said, "I heard the king is still being kind of a butt." "Don't worry, because you gave me a single slice of ham, I'll invent the car for you. You just take a little nap." This is the story of Henry Ford. He lay down and took a nap, and when he woke up, she had revolutionized the travel industry by inventing the world's first horseless chariot. She told him, "You have but to step in and command it to stop in the king's courtyard." Then she gave him a whistle and said, "You know how to whistle, don't you?" Ew. She gave him this whistle and she said, "Should you fall into trouble, just blow. It will help you." And he's like, "It will? Not you?" And then she like trotted off and he's like, "Okay, bye." He thanked her. Yeah, foxes. They're always inventing the car.
Foxes.
He thanked her, jumped in the chariot, and then rode on to the king's courtyard. He was pissed, the king was, that the useless wagoner had managed to accomplish this impossible task too, and immediately he said, "Useless wagoner, devil take you! In my stable there are 100 hares. If you do not herd them for 5 days, if you do not drive them afield in the morning, and bring them back at night so that not one shall be missing from the 100, I'll strike off your head." Against his will, because he did not like to do work, the useless wagoner led the 100 hares out of the stable and drove them to the field. Day 1.
Can I just say,
yeah,
it doesn't seem like he's doing a lot of wagoning.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
if they're mad at him for not doing the wagoning, then stop giving him other tasks.
He was hired to do wagoning. Of course he doesn't know how to, like, herd hares. Anyway. So he put him out in the field, but of course, the second that they were out of their little enclosure, they ran fucking everywhere. They just immediately disappeared. At first, he scrambled after them, desperately trying to catch rabbits and put them in one spot, and they kept sprinting away. And he'd chased them the whole day, and he lost every single one of them. And he's just in tears because he's like, rabbits suck. Who would do this? This can't possibly be something that people actually do. You don't herd rabbits, right? Are they supposed to stay in there? Like, why am I doing this? It was growing late. It was time to go home. And he was distressed, thinking he was better off just killing himself before the king could do it for him. Which, yeah, probably what I would do. Or maybe I'd leave.
Probably leave.
Yeah.
Would be what I would do.
I don't know. Maybe don't jump to conclusions. He reached into his shirt, thinking he'd take out his clasp knife and stab himself in the chest, which is a damn tough way to go. But instead of his knife, he found
A whistle.
his nipple. A whistle! Thinking he didn't have much else to lose, he blew the whistle. Oh, I was going to let you do the other one. But sure. And all the hares came running up to him, tame and obedient. When they were all together, he drove them home, where the king was waiting at the gate. He counted them as they walked in one at a time, and all 100 were present and accounted for. And the next day, day 2, the same thing happened. The hares all ran off in every direction, but instead of chasing them, the useless wagoner just laid against a tree in a nice shady place, took a long nap, and then blew his whistle at the end of the day and brought them all home. As well as the wagoner was sleeping, the king was having a hell of a time. He was super distressed that he couldn't murder this wagoner.
Mm-hmm.
Fire him.
Just fire him.
He really wants to murder him, though. But he wants to be,
Banish
like,
him.
the good guy. He doesn't want to, like, murder him for no reason. Which I'm like, he was already doing bad at his job. You shouldn't have to prove that he's bad at other jobs.
No.
It's really weird. So, he called his daughter to his side, and he said, "My darling daughter, I have a great favor to ask of you." And she's like, "Yes, Papa?" And he said that he wanted her to dress up like a dirty peasant and to offer to buy a hare off the useless wagoner. If he wouldn't sell one to her, quote, "perhaps he will give it for a sweet kiss. But do not come home to me without the hare, even if he asks a piece of your body for it." End quote. Dad! Stop pouring me out for hares! Anyway, she did as she was told. She dressed up in her dirtiest, sluttiest little peasant outfit, and she sauntered off to the useless wagoner, who she found fast asleep against a tree. At first, she was like, "Ahem," and he continued to snore. And she was like, "Ahem," and he, like, didn't wake up. He continued to snore. So she kicked him. And when he was like, "Ah!" she was like, "Hey, big boy, I'm completely hairless. Mind if I buy one of yours?" And he said, "Hi, King's daughter." Clocked her from moment 1. He said, "Yeah, what will you give me for one?" And she said, "Would you not sell me one for good money?" And he said, "Not for money, no, but maybe if you give me 3 kisses, and I give you 3 kisses back, I can give you a nice fat one. Rabbit, that is." I told you I was in kind of a weird mood when I wrote this.
Yep.
Anyway, it ended up being like porn.
Like a not good one.
Yeah. Wait, rude. She agreed because her father told her it was cool if she fucked this wagoner for a rabbit, and she left with a hare under her arm.
Same girl.
Yeah. She was feeling pretty good about herself until she made it to the gate. She was just touching the latch when the wagoner blew his whistle, and the hare jumped out of her arms and ran back to its flock. I forgot to look up what a group of rabbits is. I don't think it's a flock of hares.
Maybe
A head of hares.
a wig.
Good. The wagoner brought all the rabbits home, and the king was once again waiting at the gate. He counted each rabbit as it hopped in, and he was pissed to find all 100 present and accounted for, and his daughter all slutty and satisfied. His daughter was obviously useless, so he called his wife. At which point, I don't think he's a king. Don't they have trained spies? Or like a police force, or like somebody you could ask to do that, or like horse.
It feels like you could definitely hire someone to do this.
I feel like there's a lot that you don't have to go to your family. Oh well. He said, quote, "My heart's beautiful love, I have a great favor to ask of you." And he was like, "I need you to go dress in peasant's clothes, go down to the wagoner, and ask for a hare." And she probably said, "Why don't you go to the royal wig maker?" And then hilarity ensued. They laughed and laughed. "No, wife. Not what I need." Quote, If you will not give it for fair words, he may for a sweet kiss, but do not come home to me without a hare, even if he asks for a piece of your flesh.
Ew.
Yeah, that's different than what you told your daughter. Not needing to be told twice, she put on her filthiest peasant one-piece, and she went down to the field, where the useless wagoner was sleeping in the shade. She kicked him in the head, and then she said, "Good day, hare herd." And he said, "Oh, good day, queen. What can I do you for?" And she told him, "Oh, no, I'm just a widowed peasant woman looking to buy a widowed bunny rabbit." And he's like, "Oh, we're role-playing."
Okay.
All right. He said, "I have a couple of juicy hares in my field here. What would you give me for one?" And she said, "Well, how about a little bit of this?" And then she flashed him some coins.
Oh.
And he said, "How about instead you bring those lips down here and give me 3 smooches, and I'll give you 3 smooches back, and then we'll see about you wrapping your hands around one of my rabbits." Are you turned on?
No.
Like, Matt's so turned on right now.
Janey's twirling her hair around one finger.
Yeah. Some sexy stuff. And because her husband said it was cool, that's exactly what they did. She traded 3 pairs of kisses for 1 rabbit, which is a great deal. And then she skipped home thinking, working isn't hard at all. All women should have jobs. But as soon as she made it to the gate, the wagoner blew his whistle. The rabbit leapt out of her arms and raced back to his herd, and the king did not get to execute him that day either. So the king was absolutely beside himself at this, even though the wagoner was working, which was his whole problem in the first place. Like, give him a new job, he's excelling. Okay.
But he's still not wagoning.
Who is wagoning? The wife. She's wagging it all over town now.
Wagging that white thing.
Wife and daughter just wagging their white things all over town. So the next day, he put on his crustiest peasant clothes, and he stomped on down to the field where the wagoner was sitting against a tree, and he said, "Good day!" And the wagoner said, "Hello. Obviously, poor man. What do you need?" And the king said, "What's the use in delay and denial? I've come to buy a little hare off you for good money. Of course you will part with one." Yep, this is how the poor usually make deals, with lots of money and no haggling.
Mhm.
The king gets it. Also, I assume he's wearing his crown still.
Yeah.
The wagoner said, "No, there's no way I could sell you one of these hares, but I'll tell you what. Get naked.
What?
Lay down on the ground, face down, and let me wear out 12 rods on your back, and we'll call it a deal."
Why?
For my porn, Max.
Okay.
It's for my porn.
12 rods.
I wrote the story. The king was a little taken aback, but what could he do? He laid down with his face and hands in the grass, and the wagoner flogged him. And the whole time the king gritted his teeth and thought, "No, this is worth it.
This is
fine.
definitely worth it.
He'll get exactly what's coming to him when I get my hands on that wabbit."
That wascally
That
wabbit.
wascally wabbit. Here's a picture.
There's a king. He's still wearing a crown and his kingly robes. He's laying face down on the ground. He looks very grumpy. And there's a squishy little guy whacking him with a stick.
I really like, this is illustrated by Larry Wilkes, and all his people are so squishy. They're just like short, plump little round people. Yeah, it's pretty good. Oh, here's one of, I guess, the daughter who has a hair jumping out of her arms. Of a little round person. Just big fan. Oh, and here's a picture, a colored picture.
The wagoner and the king and 100 rabbits.
I'm sure, 100 exactly. It's cute. Yeah, and the king looks very grumpy, and the wagoner has a big old mustache.
Big old push broom mustache.
Yeah. Porn star mustache, even. Anyway. So, the king, he gets flogged. He's naked for some reason. And then he gets a rabbit. And he takes it home. But when he got home, rabbit in his arms, he had no sooner touched the gate than the wagoner blew his whistle, and the rabbit jumped out of his arms and ran back to his herd. Then the wagoner came back to the gate with the 100 hares for the 4th time. The king counted all of them again and came up with exactly 100 hares. The 5th day he was out here, which is the last day, the king drove up in his shiny new car with 3 empty bags with him, and he said, "Do you hear me? You this and that kind of work-shy hare herd?" If you do not fill these 3 bags with truth, I will strike off your head. Get out of that. So the useless Wagoner said, oh, okay. I fucked your daughter. I fucked your wife. And as for you, the actual quote is, the king's daughter came out, I gave her, and she gave me. The queen came, I gave her, and she gave me. The king came, I gave him, and he, and at this point the king cried, no, stop, the bags are full. And then he said, I'd rather be in hell than hear your words. Quote, at this speech, the chariot started off with the king and never stopped till it took him to the bottom of hell.
This feels excessive.
Then the useless Wagoner went home, married the king's daughter, became king, and reigns yet with his queen, unless he is dead. The end.
Wild.
Yeah.
The stakes are so unclear.
Well, remember, the little fox who never comes back. Little fox made that chariot and said, you just have to say that I want to go to the king's courtyard and it'll take you. So whatever you say you want to go, the car just takes you there.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's not clear enough in the actual story, but that's what's happening.
Okay.
I really love that he goes to hell. I love stories that end with somebody just getting so mad they accidentally go to hell. Like, remember Rumpelstiltskin?
Yes.
He, like, stomps so hard he falls into the pits of hell.
Yes.
I just look, there's a lot of stories that end with somebody losing their temper and going to hell. That's fun for me.
I agree.
Here's a couple notes. This was originally collected by Laszlo Merli, and it was translated by Jeremiah Curtin
Jeremiah Curtin
in his Myths and Folk Tales of the Russians, Western Slavs, and Magyars. It is a version of the internationally told folk comedy known as The Rabbit Herd, which is a folk tale where a king lays out tasks for a man to marry his daughter, and because he doesn't like the man who keeps accomplishing these tasks, he gives him the rabbit task and then tries to trip him up with the 3 truths task. So, like, all stories, a bunch of different cultures do the story, but they all have the exact same, like, structure, and they end with the truths. And this is ATU Type 570, The Rabbit Herd, or The Sack of Lies. I just really, really love a good story that ends with, all right, you want some truths? I fucked your wife, I fucked your daughter, and then I fucked, and they're like, never mind, just kidding. Didn't want to hear the truth. Bye. Off to hell.
Yikers.
Yeah.
That's fun.
It's a fun one.
That's
But
good.
very recognizable, right? We've definitely done that story.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes, we've definitely done another version of that. I don't remember a herd of rabbits. I think maybe it was a herd of something else, but
Something impossible to catch.
yeah.
Just a bunch of bees.
Yeah.
You don't have to, like, herd them, though. They'll go back at the end of the day by themselves. Bees are so good.
These are so good.
Bees are better than rabbits.
Whoa.
I'll fucking fight you.
Damn, dude.
All right. Well, Max, that's a little shorty baby cutie episode.
Aw.
Yeah.
A little shorty baby cutie guy.
A little shorter baby cutie guy. Stay to the end for the test because a special guest drops in.
Yes.
Tells us something very embarrassing, so you're going to like that. Guys, thank you for joining us. I will put pictures from my story up on Instagram. And Max, do you have any stories in your book? Nope. Do you have any pictures in your book?
No.
Okay. It's a cute little book. I might post pictures of the book.
Sure.
And if you meet those people, please ask them to come on the podcast.
Yeah.
We want some explanations. If you would like to send us any of your stories, text us at the link below. Text us your White Thing stories. Is that what we asked for?
Local legends.
Local legends. I was like, driving stories? Something.
Or send us an email, sortofthestory@gmail.com.
Yeah. We got a really cute one from somebody named Blueberry.
Blueberry.
Blueberry! Oh, and I got to shout Blueberry out because it was a very, very sweet email. Max and I both get them to our phone, and if we're not together, then one of us will open it and just get rid of the unread notification.
And then the other one never sees it.
Yeah, they said, my name is Blueberry. Yes, like the fruit. I just turned 18 yesterday. And they said that they've been listening since 2023. And they're just so sweet. They started from the first episode at the age of 15.
Aw.
Currently on episode 173. Yeah, they're very sweet, very funny. It was their birthday. They just turned 18. So for their birthday, they asked for the $7 Patreon tier.
Aw.
So that's what
So
they're gonna...
sweet.
Blueberry's going to be joining us very soon. Guys, that makes me so happy.
Happy birthday, Blueberry.
Happy birthday, Blueberry.
We're so excited.
Yeah. Of course, this is coming like 3 weeks later. So how was your birthday, Blueberry? Hope it was good. If you are on the Discord and you haven't yet added your birthday to the birthday bot,
Yeah, we have a channel that's the birthdays channel, and there is this automated feature on Discord where there's a birthday bot that records your birthday. And
we thought that it was so that it could give you shout outs, but apparently it's just to record your birthday.
so it knows your birthday, but it won't say anything.
It won't tell any of us what your birthday is. So it's a tradition now. If you're in our Discord, when it's your birthday, you say, it's my turn to shame the bot. And everybody goes, shame on you, bot. Stop hoarding those birthdays.
The bot is not good at its job.
So every year we get a happy shame day message, which is nice.
Yes. Yeah. Happy Shame the Bot Day.
Yeah. So Blueberry, go in and add your birthday. So next year you can shame the bot.
Yeah.
That was my favorite thing. We asked everybody to put their birthdays in and then didn't do anything. We look like huge weirdos.
Give us your birthdays, not for anything weird.
We don't want to say happy birthday. We just want them. Okay, well,
give us your birthday.
Yeah. And send us an email. We love you. We love seeing your emails. It makes us feel so good. I read them out loud to our friend Lauren, and she was like, oh my God, your listeners are so nice. And I was like, yeah, all of them, 100% of them.
We've got the nicest listeners on the planet.
We really do. And I listen to a lot of podcasts. They all say that, but they're all fucking wrong.
No, it's us.
It's us.
We've got the nicest listeners.
We 100% do. So yeah, leave us a review. A 5-star review on Apple Podcasts will go a long way. You know, gets our name out there, lets people know that they can trust us.
Yeah. Or tell your friends.
And tell your friends.
And tell your friends.
If you have friends, tell them.
Yeah.
If we're your friends, tell us. Email us at sortofthestory@gmail.com. Join the Discord by joining the Patreon at the $3, $4, $7 level. And at $7, you get some bonus episodes, and those are very fun. There is 38 bonus episode as of this episode.
That's not nothing.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
At 40, we'll do something crazy.
Yeah, and we do fun things on the Discord. Like for April 1st, we watched Twilight.
Here's what happened. April 1st came around. Max was like, I'm not going to be home until very late. And I was like, cool. Would you mind if I did a movie night and watched Twilight with the listeners? So I let all the listeners know day of, hey, come around tonight. Let's watch Twilight. And then like an hour before that, I was like, no, I don't want to watch Twilight. So instead they showed up and I made them watch Fast and Furious. Pranked.
Got him.
And what was fun about that was at first they were like, wait, what? People kept coming and being like, what is this? And I kept being like, Twilight.
It's Twilight.
And so we kept assigning all the characters Twilight characters. But then the people watching it really got into it. And they were like, you know, I never got it before, but actually I think this might be for the girls. And I'm like, this is what I've been saying.
Fast and Furious is for the girls.
Fast and Furious. Okay, Gothic Pirates summed it up. They were like, you know, I've been hearing you say this, but now I'm thinking the way that action movies, they'll throw in a romance plot so that like it appeals to women too. Mm-hmm. They were like, this is what Fast and Furious is doing with the cars.
Yeah, it feels like they're being like, and by the way, here's some cars for the boys.
That's what genuinely.
But the rest of it's for the girls.
The girls. Everything about it. Every single person that came on the screen, everybody watching was like, ooh.
Bunch of hotties.
Okay. I'm sorry. Like the next movie, we watched Twilight and New Moon. Too New, Too Moon. And Tyrese Gibson came on and they were all like, who is this now? And everything Tyrese Gibson did, they were like, oh, okay. So he's funny too. He's hungry. Me too, girl. Anyway, we're going to watch the rest of them. So if you want to be involved with all of the Fast and Furious movies, please come on. Join the Discord.
Yeah.
Maybe for the 40th bonus episode, we should do it live with the Discord members.
Well, I would like that.
Yeah. So that would be not next month, April, May. We'll be doing that in May. Usually the second week of May, second week of the month, we record the bonus episodes.
Yeah.
So if you want to be part of a live episode, join us on the Discord in May.
Yeah.
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 Guys, that's it. We just love you.
We love you so much.
Yeah.
We think you're the best.
Go to our website, sortofthestory.com. Okay, with that, I think that it's time for us to skedaddle.
Yeah, let's skedaddle.
My stomach is rumbling so loud that I'm afraid the
Ooh,
microphone
you should go
will
get a
hear it.
sandwich.
Big sandwich. Here I come. Okay, guys, we'll see you in 2 weeks. Goodbye.
Bye. What's my body language telling you right now?
That you're ready for podcasting?
Yeah, my body is ready.
All right, I'm pulling another card.
Nope. Level 2.
Level 2. Are we ready for level 2?
Call someone you admire.
Call someone?
Put them on speakerphone and tell them why you appreciate them.
All right.
Don't do that.
No, we're doing it. We're doing it. We're calling Eli.
Aw.
What the heck? Hello?
Hi, Eli.
Hi, Eli. Hey,
Hello, what's up?
you're on the podcast right now.
Oh, no.
Tell us your most embarrassing secret.
No, that's not the prompt.
Oh, sorry. We pulled a prompt.
You pulled a what?
So we have a little box of cards of questions, and we just pulled a question that says, call someone you admire on speakerphone and tell them why you appreciate them.
Oh,
So I appreciate that you're so cool and funny.
Yeah. And I appreciate that you're our creepiest, spookiest friend.
oh, those are truly the two sides of the coin for me.
That's it. You're very funny, but you're also very scary.
Oh, thanks so much.
Big fan. And I don't mean to make this even weirder and creepier, but we do have a puppet of you sitting on this table with us.
Oh, wow. I'm there in spirit, like an effigy.
Yeah. Yeah. You're sitting here like our third podcast. So we need to get this puppet to you because it is weird that we have it.
Yeah, I'm on every episode. I just don't talk. It's very Keith. That's very audio engineer. That's great.
It's very Keith. Anyway, we love and we admire you. Tell us something embarrassing.
No. He doesn't have to tell us something embarrassing.
No, I think I remember reading that.
No.
I believe I remember something about embarrassing secrets.
No, I don't have any, so I don't know. I don't even know what I would contribute. I'm just.
All right, it's okay. I'll add something in post. Don't worry. I'll find something for you.
Yeah, there's enough of me talking on the internet. You'll find something. If people Google me, they'll find plenty of embarrassing things.
Yeah,
That's my
guys, just
secret.
Google Keith.
Yeah, Google Keith.
Yeah, classic. All right. Max told me today that she wants to do another puppet show.
What do you mean?
She said that she wants to do the rest of the Twilight movies.
Yeah, no, obviously you should.
That's what I'm saying.
All right, well, I'm about to be real tired for the next few years.
Yeah. Like, just, the fans are crying for it, I think.
That's true.
You're going to get a lot of messages. If this actually makes the cut, you're going to get a lot of messages about it.
Our teenage boy that was Edward last time apparently went to college or something because he won't sing anymore.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so do you want to sing as Edward?
No, but for you two, I would do it.
Aw, we love you. Okay, maybe that could be your embarrassing thing.
Because I'm terrible at singing. Yeah, there we go.
Beautiful. We'll auto-tune the hell out of you.
Yeah, we'll add it in post.
It's me.
Obviously auto-tuned.
That's it. It's the Bo Burnham bit where he's auto-tuning his own voice, but you're just singing alongside Janey, who's like a professional singer.
Okay, if we do that, I would do it. Auto-tune Edward. 100%.
Hilarious. All right. Well, we're going to go record this episode then. Thank you for picking up.
Bye, Eli. Love you.
Thank you for calling me. So good to talk to you guys and can't wait to hear the episode.
Yay! Okay, bye. Bye.
Okay, bye.
I can't believe you said all those embarrassing things. I don't think anybody should talk about their butt that much on a podcast.